Hi, I'm Chancellor Agard, and we're live at the 2019 EW Comic-Con video studio presented by Toyota Corolla with the cast and producers of DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no greater con than San Diego Comic-Con. What are you guys most excited about?
This is my 13th Comic-Con.
Okay.
I love coming here, both as a fan and now professionally. I love costumes. Back when I wasn't pregnant, I would dress up, and most years I do have a costume, but this year I could not quite pull it off. So yes, I love costumes. I love seeing all the cosplay. I think it's so amazing what people do.
She had a Batgirl costume on earlier. We were like, a little much.
It's funny, I looked down off the balcony, like down to like the Hard Rock float or whatever, and there was just like an army of just like, it was like Batgirl and like 2 Robins and Jason Todd. It was really cool.
Amazing. I love it.
I guess so. You guys, I mean, we have Brandon, Dominic, and Katie, the original Legends from the original season 1. I'm curious. I mean, 5 years in, I mean, did you guys think that the show would keep going on this long?
First season, no. After we found our legs with second season, it was evident that the audience had really embraced the show, and you know, we're all really proud of the show now, and have been for the last couple of years, especially with the critics showing a lot of love, and you know, it's been a great ride.
I think we all, you know, first season we were trying to find our legs and see what the show was going to be. We all had great hopes for what it could be, and it was challenging, just as any first year of a show. Second year got better. Third year was finally everybody starting to have fun, I think, and the last year was the most fun, I think, for all of us, cast and crew, and everyone involved. And I think the audience had the most fun, and definitely we've gotten the most acclaim, and people are starting to recognize and know that the show is where it needs to be, and it's found a sweet spot.
I mean, all 3 of you have been playing these roles for even longer than Legends has been on the air. I mean, I guess 6-7 years into these characters, I mean, what keeps bringing you back to them? What are you still sort of interested in, apart from the money, I guess?
Work is always good, and we do have to divorce. That is always part of it, no matter how creatively the creativity that we want to bring and do every day. We're actors. We need that as part of our lives to exist. So you know, for me, it's the fans playing this character for 5, going on 6 years maybe now. You know, people love Ray Palmer, and it seems, and I'm grateful for them, the energy and bringing out the geekiness, and people appreciating that. I get so many people talking about how they're so happy that that's represented, and they feel represented in that way, and just the positivity that it brings on, you know, to the team.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about your character?
Well, Dom, thanks for asking. This is year 7 for Sarah Lance. And it's pretty wild because I think she's kind of done a lot. There's a lot of stories that have been told, and she's evolved a lot as a character. And for me, the thing that keeps me coming back is our cast, like our cast and our crew. That includes you guys. Everybody, like, we just have a lot of fun together. Like, it really is so much fun on set. You should come to set. You would love it.
I want to.
We have so much fun. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, like, I knew Brandon before the show, but I met you guys at Comic-Con along with Arthur and Victor and Franz and the OG Legends, you know, and I had, again, just spending time with you was so helpful because there's like a weird cross-pollination. Like, the more time we spend with you, the more of you that gets into character, the more you can sort of, and it's weird that, like, you know, each of you becomes more yourself as we get to know you, and then those characters become, like, so indelible in our minds in the room. Like, now we don't even have to, like, think, like, what would Ray do? What's Sarah do? What would Mick do? Which, you know?
Yeah, the first season, the script, we get a script, and we had a lot of characters, and sometimes from one version of the script to the next, from the next, you'd see somebody had this line and somebody else had this line. And it's like, well, you know, anybody could have said that. They're going to have their own distinct way, but it was a lot of story. Now have we gotten, you know, further into the seasons, more character and it comes out, and now you couldn't do the same thing because the writers are writing, you know, specifically to the characters even more and even more.
I think our goal is that we could erase the slug lines and still know whose line it was, just based on the voices.
Yes,
Slug line. Thank you for that terminology.
It's funny reading, like, you read the scripts and you can hear the person saying it. You can hear their voice when you read it. We should release some of our scripts for people to read.
Weren't some of them added
I
to
think
the
they're
library?
available to in the Writers Guild library. So
We
I
could
think
sell 'em.
Yeah.
I would buy them.
Yeah.
All right. Email me.
$5.99.
But to that question, it's been really amazing since, I mean, I was on seasons of Arrow that both introduced you, and it's just to see how you as characters have evolved. And again, it has been this symbiotic process, but from writing Ray Palmer back then and writing Sarah Lance back then to now, it's amazing how much it's changed.
Because you keep adding things to the characters, and it would seemingly be like contradictory that like Mick is also a romance novelist, or that you are in love with a former witch, and now but in a weird way, if you do it right, it feels like it enriches these characters, and you're not undermining all the bedrock that you've established. You're just kind of you're building up, and people are weird in real life. The longer you talk to a real person, some people doesn't take long to get to the weird. But that's the nice thing about TV is that by the time you get to season 5, and especially when you're on this ship where you're surrounded by friends, there's no posturing. There's no why pretend to be anything other than yourself. So we are able to have these characters on TV who just they don't give a whatever you.
Shows like this only really work when the cast are really close. Like we all trust each other as actors. We're there for each other, and we've got this beautiful rhythm now where we just riff off each other. And then on a show like this, you really need that. You need to just
And also, there's no attitude if somebody comes up with something funny or steals the funny or steals the punchline. Everybody's looking for the funny, and whoever gets it. And sometimes it's multiple funnies in the
Yeah, and half the time it's not in the script. And like you see it, and we're like, oh my god, I'd never even imagined that would be a weird moment where you do a tiny little thing, and you're just like it's just like found gold when you give people words and they return it back to you with all kinds of little hidden surprises.
That's why they pay us the big bucks.
And Brandon, today just dropped some news that you're suiting back up as Superman for the crossover. 1, congrats.
Thanks.
2, how are you feeling about that? How did this come about?
As mix of feelings. Certainly at the beginning, when the idea was floated to me, but I'm very excited. It's an opportunity for me to kind of say hello and goodbye to the character in a way that I didn't get to do the first time. Being a young individual at the time, 24, 25, I thought, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this for years and make multiple movies, and that of course didn't happen. So I'm just very honored to be able to do this one last time.
Is this the first time that it's come up since you've been part of the Arrowverse, or
as a real thing? Yes.
Yeah.
It's the first time I was asked, and yeah.
So what can you say about how Brendan Superman fits into the crossover, if anything?
He's in it.
That's all you can know for now.
And Katie, also today came out, you're making your directorial debut this season as well. Congrats.
Yes, thank you.
I guess who have you been shadowing to prepare for this? And
So I shadowed Bam Bam, James Bamford, who's Arrow's producing director, who it's been really fun because I've known him since he was a stunt coordinator on Arrow when I first started. And right now I'm shadowing Kevin Mock, who's our producing director. It's been great. Yeah, I spent the whole summer kind of gearing ready for it. Talking to Danielle Panabaker a lot too. We've had this whole little girls crew of supporting each other and make sure we're
directing as well.
She already did last season, and she's doing another episode. Oh, wow. If you get another episode, that means you did a good job. So we'll see. If season 6, I'm directing another one, you guys will know I did good.
And if Katie's light in a couple episodes, fans, don't get mad at us, please. Just know that she was in like a prep meeting or something.
Yeah, we're trying
picking out props.
to give her the best opportunity possible.
have you guys written her episode yet? Are you now like?
We're breaking it right now.
We were pitching it this morning as we were walking around the streets. I think we might have found the hook though, just here in San Diego.
Yeah, we were inspired by something on the streets.
Awesome. I guess. Okay, interesting. I guess finally, what are you guys most excited about for this upcoming season? 'Cause I know you guys are shooting the premiere, which is a mockumentary right now. I mean, what else do you guys have in store for us this year?
Oh my, lots of fun. For me personally, I'm really excited about sort of bringing it back to family, and that at its core, our show is a family show about this discovered family of people who love each other so dearly and are also strange and wonderful, and bring out the uniqueness in each other and celebrate it. So for me, I love that. I feel like thematically we're really diving into that very intensely this year, and also kind of going back to basics in a way with historical figures as our baddies.
I'm really excited to see with them bringing Tala Zari's character back and what they're going to do with that because she's going to be a different version. And I'm excited for my superpower.